Well, new tonight, we may finally know the cause of the Cyclospora outbreak across the nation. Federal health officials say the likely source is Taylor Farms. The company provides bagged salads and lettuce to several grocery stores like Walmart and Whole Foods and fast food chains like Taco Bell. People who contracted the Cyclospora in 5 different states say they all ate at a Taco Bell beforehand. Now, that does not include North Carolina, meaning we don't know what's caused the cases here. The parasite continues to be one of our top stories online. And so WFMY News 2's Bryce Parker is talking to a dietitian about what can be substituted for the produce staples and on the be wary list.
Yes, you've likely heard more times than you can count this week to stay away from fresh produce for now. But that can be difficult if you follow a strict diet. Luckily, there are still ways that you can meet your dietary needs.
If we are still wanting to eat nutritiously, leaning on frozen fruit, if we're still wanting something fresh and, colorful for the summer, or frozen veggies that we can throw in steam to eat that way would be a great way to do it.
Experts say there has never been a case of cyclosporiasis linked to commercially frozen produce. The same cannot be said about fresh produce that is then frozen at home. Mardu says you can also pivot to canned produce to maintain a balanced nutritional profile.
And we can lean into those when the food that is recalled or restricted isn't available to us, or we are trying to avoid that for whatever reason.
If you've already purchased fresh produce, experts advise that simply rinsing produce with water is not enough. The Cyclospora parasite clings to folds, seeds, and hairs, so adding friction when washing is mandatory. When dealing with layered produce like lettuce, remove and discard the outer layers. Then remove and wash every layer individually. Finally, ensure your produce is cooked to at least 158 degrees, the temperature the virus no longer lives. And if that's not enough,
Talking with a dietitian or with your primary care provider about whether or not a multivitamin might be appropriate for you is always a good conversation to have.
Experts say your prepackaged produce like salads should still be washed at home before consumption, even if the package says it's already been rinsed multiple times.